Let me tell you something. If you've been a legitimate Golden State Warrior fan, and I have a lot of people who listen to me who are legitimate Warrior fans, if you're a cat about my age and you've been a fan since after Run TMC, when the late '90s, all the way through this team's inception. Okay, when they sucked, when they were like a joke of a team, you had to go through those lean years, and now you're enjoying this, even though I have my issues with how they win in these championships. But if you've been a fan for that time period, then this video is not directed toward you. Okay, you're a legitimate fan, and I respect you. But I would say a good 80% of the fan base are phonies. Okay, these are the same motherfuckers who thought that Stephen Curry was a rookie in 2015-16, or that was his second year, whatever. Okay, not knowing this motherfucker, I think damn near 30, if not already. Okay, you guys, y'all not real basketball fans. You know what I'm saying? I just, other than the people I've mentioned earlier, I don't see how you can root for this team. I mean, you got three legitimate Hall of Famers. I disagree with Mark Jackson talking about some four Hall of Famers, because Draymond Green, to me, is extremely overrated. And I'm going to get to that Mighty Joe Young looking motherfucker in a minute. But I don't see how you can root for this team, man. They got three Hall of Famers and four All-Stars, and they still need officiating to win games. They still need officiating to win games. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, the Lakers with Kobe and Shaq got beneficial calls. Yes, okay, the Spurs got beneficial calls. We all remember that series with the Spurs and the Suns back in 2000. What was it, 2006? I think it was 2005. I forget what year it was. Okay, yes, even the Pistons in the mid 2000s got beneficial calls. The Bulls got beneficial calls. The Pistons in the late 80s got beneficial calls. Showtime Lakers, Bird, every fucking championship team has got some beneficial calls, okay? This isn't something new. But to the degree that this team gets beneficial calls, in my opinion, is unprecedented, okay? I've never seen a team get so many obvious calls and non-calls go their way just to eke out fucking victories. How the fuck can you root for this bullshit? But like I said, if you're a Warrior fan, legitimate, this isn't directed toward you, okay? Casey, I know you're a real Golden State Warrior fan, okay? A lot of you guys are real Warrior fans. This isn't directed toward you, okay? But a lot of shit watching this game, man, pisses me the fuck off, okay? The Warriors won by a count of 124-114. They have a 1-0 series lead in this best of 7. They're expected to win this series. And anyway, I don't know how many points Curry had. I haven't looked at statistics. I usually do. I don't have time for that right now. I gotta, hit the sack in a little bit, get ready for work and shit, but I want to do a video before, you know what I'm saying? Curry had a strong game. I know that, all right? He had a strong game. I think Klay Thompson, by his standards, had an average game. LeBron James had statistically his greatest playoff game, and they still lost. But I'm going to tell you something. LeBron James, in my opinion, is the greatest small forward of all time. And that's no disrespect to Larry Bird. But LeBron James is just a different player. And all the Bird fans can say what they want to say, okay? But LeBron James is otherworldly. He's better than Bird. Might not like to hear it out my mouth, but he's better. And it's not me living in the moment. It's observing for years what he's been doing and me trying to find a reason to keep putting Bird ahead of him. I can't do it anymore. Not only do I think he's better than Bird, I think LeBron James, in my estimation, is the third greatest basketball player, or the third greatest NBA player of all time. Wilt Chamberlain is still the most dominant, but I've put him ahead of Wilt Chamberlain now. I think the only players, legacy-wise, who are greater are Jordan and Abdul-Jabbar. And longevity-wise, James surpasses Jordan. Longevity-wise. Okay, but I put things into perspective. Jordan didn't play as long as LeBron James. And had Jordan not had a slightly segmented career, had he not retired in 93 and missed essentially 2 years, had he not retired in 98 when he didn't want to, that gets forgotten. In 1997-98, Jordan had no plans to retire. He didn't want to retire. He wanted to keep playing. He thought he still was near his prime. And essentially, I think if he never retired, I don't think Jordan would have started slowing down until he was 37, 38 years old. Because you got to remember something. When Jordan retired in January 99, all right, Jordan still physically looked good. But from 99 to 2000, 2001, Jordan gained like shit, what? From looking at him, 50 pounds. You know, he gained 50 pounds, got fat, you know what I'm saying? Did nothing but smoke cigars, eat good, drink fine wine. You know what I'm saying? He let his body, he kind of looked like, looked like Charles Barkley a little bit for a while. So he had to work back into getting into some type of shape. But by him not staying in shape, he lost a lot of his athleticism. So, but I think if Michael had kept playing, he would have stayed at a top level for a very long time. I remember Meta World Peace, formerly known as Ron Test, saying that the Jordan that we saw with the Wizards wasn't the one that he saw practicing and playing against NBA players for his comeback with the Wizards. He wasn't the same guy. He said before the rib injury and before his knees started bothering him, he thinks that Jordan would have led the NBA in scoring again. And that essentially we were seeing like a Jordan on one leg with the Wizards. But whatever, man. I'm digressing a lot from the point of this video. All right. Back to LeBron James. He had 51 points tonight. His playoff career high and finals career high. He became only the fifth man in NBA history to score 50 points in the NBA Finals game, joining Elgin Baylor, who scored 61 points in 1962. Michael Jordan, he did that against the Celtics, who ultimately won that series. Michael Jordan, who scored 55 points in 1993 against the Phoenix Suns. Rick Barry, who scored 55 points, ironically with, I think then they were called the San Francisco Warriors. I believe that's what they were called in 1967 against the eventual champion Philadelphia 76ers. And Jerry West, I can't remember which year he did it, but he scored 53 points against, probably a good bet would be it was against the Celtics. Can't remember exactly what year it was. It might have been in the mid-60s. I can't remember which year it was. So essentially, outside of Michael Jordan, all those guys lost scoring 50 points in the finals. So that tells you that they had to, they were probably in rhythm, and their points were needed to win that particular game, and they came up short. Cleveland should have won tonight, in my opinion. Cleveland should have won this game if it was fairly officiated, which I don't think it was. Every time in my lifetime, okay, I don't know the official's name. I've seen it before, but I don't remember his name. But you guys know who I'm talking about. That dried out, Dracula comb back hair, okay, Crypt Keeper looking motherfucker, man. Every fucking time, ever since Tim Donaghy was exposed for being a cheat, every time that I see him on the court in a playoff game, there's always some bullshit that goes down, okay? Every fucking time. I think he's the league expert in rigging fucking games. He was, I believe, an official in that Suns Spurs game that I referenced earlier. That references in this video? I might not have. But I think he was in that game when the Suns and the Spurs, a lot of people thought that the Suns got cheated out of, okay? I remember that game years ago when Kobe shot like fucking almost 20 free throws for some reason, even though he was primarily jump shooting that night. He was getting ticky-tack calls in an important fucking game, playoff game. He was officiating. Every fucking time, man, it's him. This motherfucker, man. First of all, this is my issue with Golden State, man. It's obvious to me that those motherfuckers, they don't like LeBron. You can see it tonight. Okay? When the game was well in hand. You can see how all of a sudden, when they thought that the lead was safe, okay, instead of celebrating as a team, you see a lot of times in victory, you see who people really are, okay? The whole fucking game, you didn't hear a peep out these motherfuckers, right? Especially in the first half, first three quarters, when LeBron, like he was challenging Michael Jordan's scoring record, the way he was going, okay? LeBron cooled off for a little bit, still finished with 51 points. But you see the type of shit that they do in overtime, which this game should not have went to overtime. George Hill missed the second free throw. I'm not going to say he choked, but George Hill is like, what, almost an 80% foul shooter maybe? But he missed the second one. J.R. Smith, in my opinion, either should have went up with it or called timeout or gave the ball to LeBron. I know it was only 4.7 seconds or whatever was time was left, whatever. But you don't go back out and take that type of fucking shot, man. I mean, that was a dumb boneheaded move by J.R. Smith, man. He's a fucking idiot out there on the court, man. The guy is an extremely low IQ basketball player, okay? But anyway, when the game goes into overtime, Golden State opens up the game, okay? They finally start, they hit some three-pointers in key stretches. And when the league gets to like 7, 8, 9 points, now all of a sudden they talking shit. Now all of a sudden Stephen Curry is yapping. You know what I'm saying? And then Draymond Green, man. I see why Charles Barkley said what he said earlier, man. Because I truly wished that I could have just, for one split second, man, I wish that I could have possessed Tristan Thompson's body, man. And I would have I'm telling you, man, when he threw that basketball in Draymond Green's face, man, and then threw that punch, right? I wish it would have connected, for one. But I wish that I could have just, y'all ever, I don't know if y'all, how many of you guys are about my age, but if you ever seen that fight between Tyson and Marvin Frazier, man, that's what I want to do to Draymond Green so bad, man. I want to just catch his ass in the corner, man, and just barrage his ass with a fucking, just pummel him with a barrage of fucking lefts and rights and uppercuts, man. Till this motherfucker go down, man. I truly hate this motherfucker, man. I've had a lot of NBA players, over the past, man, 28 years or so I watched the NBA, who I didn't particularly like. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes who used to get under my skin and shit, watching them. A lot of them. But this dude is on a whole nother level, man. First of all, you don't really do shit the whole fucking game but foul and miss three-pointers, okay? Then you finally hit a fucking couple threes. You know what I'm saying? And now all of a sudden, you the loudest motherfucker talking shit. Ah! 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 And then LeBron James, when he was shooting at the foul line, shooting for his 50th and 51st points of the game, you do this fucking shimmy shit and looking at LeBron. You know what I'm saying? And LeBron looked at this motherfucker, man, like he wanted to kill his ass, man. He doing this shimmy shit. I'm telling you something. If that was Kobe, if that was Michael Jordan, they would have punched Draymond Green in his fucking face, man. I know y'all dudes are saying like, no, they wouldn't have done anything like that because number one, they're smart. They would have taken them out of the series. That wouldn't have been these guys are professionals. You're acting like a monkey, Michael. You're acting like a fucking nigger. They would have, trust me, I know Michael Jordan would have punched him in his fucking face. If he would have did that, as competitive and intense as Michael Jordan, this is the same dude that punched Steve Kerr. Okay? This is the same dude that punched Steve Kerr in a practice. And to have Draymond Green doing that, I damn sure know Charles Barkley would have did it. And my thing is, how was that not a taunting foul? A taunting foul on Draymond to do that? How? I just don't. I can't watch these dudes, man. And I don't know, man. I might be babbling a little bit in this video, man, but I really fucking hate this team, man. I thought I hate the Patriots, but these dudes are on a whole nother level, man. They have to have every fucking call their way to win games, okay? First of all, I'm just trying to think of so many different plays, man. I remember two sequences that Kevin Durant was driving to the basket and he got stripped, but it was all ball, but yet they call a foul on Cleveland. And Durant's essentially a 90% foul shooter. So you're basically giving Golden State 4 points. Okay? Then Durant commits that offensive foul. Okay? Commits that offensive foul. You had that former official, what's his name, Steve Jabby, who said in his mind that was a offensive foul. LeBron James. See, a lot of times when they used to challenge that call, it used to be, excuse me, it used to be that the player was on the line. Okay, but LeBron was clearly above the line. He was above the line, and he was there in time to take the charge. That was an offensive foul, clear as day, on Kevin Durant. But see, Cleveland was up by 2, and you can give the ball back. And if they had scored, they'd have been up by 4 and had to put pressure on Golden State. But they wanted Golden State to win that fucking game. Okay? The initial call was an offensive foul. Then all of a sudden they want to review it. So when they review it, I said, watch they change the call. My brother was like, okay, watch they change the fucking call, and have it be on Cleveland. And Cleveland was in the penalty. And that's exactly what fucking happened, man. How can somebody watch this bullshit, man? LeBron James was getting fouled, driving to the basket. They won't call in that shit, man. He was getting hacked when he was shooting fucking free throws in the fucking game. You could see his fucking eye because he had been fucking hit and shit, man. I don't see how people can watch this shit, man. They gotta fucking do every fucking thing to beat this man. To beat this fucking legendary fucking basketball player. They lost to fucking... him and Kyrie Irving in 2016 beat the so-called greatest team of all time, right? And legend has it that as soon as they lost, Draymond Green front-running bitch ass, Mighty Joe Young, big lip fucking piece of shit calls Kevin Durant, man, please come and save us. Please come to my team, man. Because we already beating the LeBron games, man. We need you to come join us, man, so we can be a super team. I don't want to lose no more. Then this motherfucker who won a free ride to a championship joined this team. And even still with that, They still need the fucking officials in their pocket to win fucking games, man. So it's already rigged. Golden State gonna win this series, a fraudulent fucking championship. But LeBron James to me is a winner, man. Even if he do lose in this series, man, I'm changing some of my. I mean, I've always had respect for LeBron, but I'm changing a lot of my viewpoints, man, a little bit, man, as far as LeBron James' legacy. Yeah, he's gonna go down most likely to 3-6 in the finals, but nobody really remembers that Jerry West went 1-8 in the finals. Nobody really remembers that. People remember the 72 Lakers. Okay, nobody really remembers 30, 40 years later down the line that Jerry West lost 7 out of 8 NBA finals. But the same thing was going on. The same thing that y'all seeing now was going on back then. You had Jerry West and earlier in his career, Elgin Baylor, and then after the knee injury in 1960s, 5-6, then it was a shell. All he had was a shell of Baylor, Rudy LaRusso, Happy Hairston, you know, and then later on, a deteriorated Wilt against a fucking powerhouse Celtic team, especially before 67 when it started to show the age. But Jerry West is going up against a fucking all-star team in the Celtics. They had all-stars in fucking almost every position, man. I mean, you had fucking Bill Russell. Enough said. You had Tom Heinsohn. A lot of people don't even know about Tommy Heinsohn. You had Havlicek. Okay, you had Sam Jones. Casey Jones. Satch Sanders. Bob Cousy. Earlier on, Bill Sharman. Frank Ramsey. See, these are names to younger cats, man. But these are Hall of Famers. And Jerry West had to go against this team. And no matter how great you are individually, if you don't have the collective talent around you, you can't beat these teams. Vis-a-vis Jordan against the Pistons. So LeBron is playing with talented players, but he's not playing with the type of, he don't even have Kyrie. I told y'all, LeBron James is going to probably break Michael Jordan's finals record from 93. He came close in 2015 when he lost Kyrie and Love. But this year, the reason why I like LeBron doing it better is because my only criticism in 2015 was that, yeah, he averaged 40 points a game. No, I think it was 39 or something like that. But, or whatever it was. But I didn't like his inefficiency. LeBron has become, I like his efficiency along with his scoring. You know what I'm saying? But I think LeBron James is going to, the finals average is 41 points a game by Jordan. I think he's going to beat that. I really do. But that's pretty much it, man. Cleveland has no shot, man. I mean, they might win a couple of games. They might. If the games are officiated, you know, fairly. But all in all, they're not going to win this series, man. And they had a golden opportunity to steal one, and the officials took that away, man. And then the thing that really pissed me off toward the end of this game is Golden State's up 122-114 with 20 seconds to go. If you're Golden State, you're supposed to dribble the ball, dribble the clock out, man. Okay? Just dribble it out. Even if, you know what I'm saying, if you get a shot clock violation, that's kind of like, and just give the ball back to Cleveland. That's what Sean Livingston yakking up that shot, man, to me, that's rubbing it in. And that's why I think Tristan Thompson fouled him. But that wasn't no flagrant 2. But that's why Tristan Thompson fouled him. And that's why Tristan Thompson tried to punch Draymond Green in the fucking face, man. He took Charles Barkley advice. He took Charles Barkley advice. He tried to punch him in the face. Because it don't make no fucking sense, man. Draymond Green, man, I'm telling you, man, I've never hated a sports personality as much as I hate Draymond. I'm going to tell you, I used to fucking hate with an absolute fucking passion Oscar De La Hoya. Now, I wasn't a fan of Floyd. Sometimes Floyd used to piss me off. But Oscar De La Hoya, I could not stand that motherfucker, man. Because I thought he was a pity-pat front runner. Like, he used to, when he was going against an opponent, he used to do the same type of shit. With 30 seconds ago, all of a sudden this motherfucker throwing flurries. Half the shit ain't fucking connecting. But he just throwing shit. Oscar De La Hoya, pouring on. He just throwing shit. And then one time it was one fucking pay-per-view, man. Might have been when he was fighting Trinidad. I can't remember which fucking which bout it was. But after a fucking round, this faggot motherfucker gonna click his heels and shit. Let's look at this fucking bitch ass motherfucker, man. But I thought I hated a motherfucker in him, man. But Draymond Green, man, I'm telling you, man, I want to just hit his ass like Tyson hit fucking Call the Truth Williams with a hook, man. Just fucking devastate this motherfucker, man. Or like Tyson when he caught Jose Revolta. Just pow! Just watch Draymond Green big ass just drop. His 6'9" ass drop off my fucking devastating left hook. Yeah, I know I'll be kicked out of the league and probably serve jail time, but it'll be worth it. Just the satisfaction of knocking this motherfucker the fuck out. And when I get out of jail, I'll still have my little millions of dollars left, and just live off that. But I still had the satisfaction of knowing that I knocked that bitch ass nigga the fuck out. King Kong, looking motherfucker. Well, tell me what you guys think.